Welcome to our next episode of Louisiana, our home state. Today we're in Ponchatoula doing the Strawberry Festival. So strawberries are an important crop around here, and today's festival day. And everything is done up in strawberries. Take you around and show you the Strawberry Festival of Ponchatoula. And the city of Ponchatoula is located to the north of New Orleans, about 45 minutes north, and also to the east of Baton Rouge, about 45 minutes to the east of Baton Rouge. So Ponchatoula is kind of convenient to both big cities. And whenever that you zoom in, the main festivities are held at this park, Ponchatoula Memorial Park. This is where you'll see two sound stages set up, the North Sound Stage and the South Sound Stage. But all the festivities are happening in the blocks located along the railroad. Railroad Avenue cuts right through the middle of town. So you'll have the majority of the food and vendors set up in these blocks. So we'll take you there and show you some of the Strawberry Festival in Ponchatoula. So everything here is strawberry. As you can see, we got strawberry daiquiri, strawberry wine, all kinds of stuff. And of course, everybody around here is also selling strawberries. So you can get whatever that you're looking for up and down. We're gonna see what that we're gonna get later on. Not sure, they usually have strawberry shortcake. That's what I love. And you have to start a strawberry festival with a strawberry daiquiri. This is Main Street. This is the main area of it here. All directions at this intersection is the festival. All along here. And they're leaving me, so I got to go catch back up to them. So you can't come to Louisiana without having something a little bit different on the menu. So this is the menu and the prices down in the corner right here. So what would you get? Put it in the comments below. Main thing about coming to a festival is all the good food that's around. And of course, you can't come to Louisiana without crawfish. So crawfish by the pound. You can see up here, we know how to cook. That's one thing we got going for the rest of the country. Louisiana knows how to cook all kinds of different things. And this whole section will give you an idea of what the Strawberry Festival is like. Both sides of the road are vendors selling everything you can think of strawberry, from plants, jewelry, food, anything you can think of is on both sides of the road. And it is crowded. This is a good summer day, so it's in the mid-80s, so it's a bit warm today as we walk down toward the music venues at the Central Park. So walk along with us as we take you along the route of the Strawberry Festival. One of the things we were looking for, the strawberry shortcake. So here, Louisiana land. A take on Louisiana. All the strawberries are made right here in Ponchatoula. You see right here. Product of Louisiana, USA, but really product of right down the street. And that's the after of the strawberries. The rest is for me. So I get my fill now. And one of the year-round monuments is a giant strawberry right in the middle of town, in the middle of the Strawberry Festival. And this is the ride and music area. There are two sound stages set up on either side of this park right in the center. Of course, there's rides all around it and food everywhere here also. So if you're going hungry from the Strawberry Festival, that's your own choice. There's plenty of food to choose from. The funny thing is watching people who aren't from the area try to pronounce some of this stuff, like crawfish etouffee or a boudin po' boy. It asks, what is a boudin and what is a po' boy? And of course it's like a rice dressing on a po' boy bun, a hoagie. So this is the music stage where all the concerts are held at. And this is the second music stage. So there's two stages nearby each other. So within a couple hundred yards, go from one stage to the second. And we're getting our strawberries from here. Rouse's. In case you're wondering how much they cost, they're $30 for a half flat. But they all look good. All picked locally within the last day. First time to see deep fried strawberries. Never seen that before. Gumbo! Gumbo! And for 2026, the Strawberry Festival will be held on April 10th, 11th, and 12th. And the festival is totally free to get into. You just pay for all the extra stuff that you want to do. All the food is extra, and all the other little things like here at Petting Zoo is extra. But the sound stages are totally free. So you can go to listen to all the concerts and pay nothing. And they're setting up another little small sound stage on the back of a trailer. This is for later on in the night after the sun goes down. I'll put on the video the website for the Ponchatoula Strawberry Festival. That way you can see it's only for 3 days. So this year it's April 10th, 11th, and 12th that they have on the website all the activities, parades, things like that that are going on. So we'll show that in the video. For a little more information on the Ponchatoula Strawberry Festival, go to lastrawberryfestival.com. There you'll get a lot of information on what's to be done at the Strawberry Festival. Here we'll look at some of the details that they have, like entertainment. There they have a whole bunch of bands playing every day. This year was 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is the days of the Strawberry Festival. And each day, the bands were scheduled out from near opening till in the evening. Then this particular weekend, they're closing at 7:30. So the sound stages stopped early into the evening. But every day you had bands playing on. And if you look at the history of the Strawberry Festival in Louisiana, well, it dates back to 1972 is when the first Strawberry Festival happened. And if you look at the inaugural board for it, well, it's kind of like a family reunion here. Some of the names may ring a bell to you because my parents grew up in this area. My dad grew up near Ponchatoula. He picked strawberries as a kid and shipped them to New Orleans. Of course, this was after the railroad, but before the interstate. So if you drove by car, it would take you the majority of the day to get from Ponchatoula to New Orleans because of all the swampland between. Now this is the Collinswood Museum, back from the 1850s. It's a one-room schoolhouse, is what it is. But this was the original school way back then. In 1905, its graduating class was 12 people. So one room and a little war memorial park next door. That's a school class. So this is the school.
They only went to 6th grade. That was the school class.
Class of 1905. So a community museum.
Yes, and the families from this area Most of them are in this 1939 class photo, the big picture.
Mm-hmm.
2015 photo, same family names. They're the ones that on the board here for the Collinswood Museum. So they're made up of community members.
All the quilt work.
Over there.
And the reason I'm led over to these quilts is because just north of the town of Ponchatoula is a small garment factory in the 1950s. This is where that my family lived at, and my grandma and her sister would go to the garment factory and pick up scraps. They would sit all day long sewing the scraps, making quilts. I don't know if the historian knew that, but that's where a lot of this fabric came from. And to top things off, my grandma's sister, who my grandma took care of, was deaf, blind, and mute. Sewing of the quilts was a way of her providing for her family and a way of keeping warm in the wintertime. And have Strawberry Festival posters.
Strawberry Festival became the Ponchatoula Strawberry Festival in 1972. Before that, it was called the Berries Bonanza.
And that is another festival from Louisiana, our home state. And I'm going to, from time to time, post different videos of different festivals across Louisiana to give you an idea. So look for the playlist, Louisiana, our home state. And hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and if so, hit the subscribe button. And as always, thanks for watching.